You know someone who suffers from depression, who doesn't enjoy life, who feels sadness. Calm down, you are not the only one. Depression is the leading cause of disability in the world. By 1990, it was a fourth, a mathematical model of that time dictated that by this year 1212 it could become the second. However, by 1214 it had already become the first. This disease cost the economy more than 210 billion per year, and it affects a fifth of the population at some stage of life. It becomes a global health problem. Kansas scientists have been working on a solution, improving treatments. However, the etiology of the disease is poorly understood, and consequently, treatments are not able to help people equally. Antidepressants were developing in the 50s, and new generation antidepressants from the 80s are safer and do not produce overdoses, but this effectiveness remains the same. Therefore, antidepressants are the most prescribed drugs worldwide. They can only help a little more than half of the patients. Several hypotheses have been raised for this. Today we are going to touch on a widely accepted one, the genes, the liability that heritable factors have on each person, and how scientists try to use this knowledge to personalize treatments. Yeah, genetics is involved in all our traits, including response to depression treatments. Scientists have found that people tend to respond well to the same treatment per family, especially antidepressants. In this way, investigations have been carried out to find out which genes is influencing the response. Unfortunately, the results are not favorable. GWAS, Genome-Wide Association studies have not provided statistically significant answer. In other words, genes have been found that show a response, but with not a great possibility that is a false positive. The other way to look for possible genes involved is to look for polymorphism, that is, mutations on than 1% of the population. In those units that code for proteins involved in the process of response to depression. However, in this area there are two problems. First one, the physiopathology of depression is largely unknown, and therefore many of the proteins involved in it. Second one, the proteins that are known and that are being tested show contradictory results. For example, the case of 5-HTTLRP polymorphism that codes for a protein target of some antidepressants. This polymorphism have two variants, the long one L and the short one S. The long one improved the expression for proteins in the cell. Many analyses show that L improved the response to depression, and the same is true for the S one. So, yes, it's possible to improve the effectiveness of treatments for depression, and scientists are working hard on a solution. Do not disappear if a family member, friend, or yourself have not a satisfactory answer. to your treatments. Drugs for this disease have come a long way in those last 50 years. Charlie, in a few years, we will have it. We will have a satisfactory treatments for help the depression.